We move on to Dust 2, and ATK are up against KNG and Fallen. And Fur.
They looked pretty good yesterday on Dust 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a hard task.
This is going to be a really hard task.
I think this is a great environment for MIBR to work in. Do you agree, Dan?
Yeah, I don't think that's. It's just really hard when you're trying to look at what the winning conditions are.
Yeah.
I don't know where they are.
DDoS.
Like because I can't find a way that there could be. Let's say that ATK can mitigate the disadvantages. I feel like the disadvantages are just too wide in span.
We saw them play like X Luminosity yesterday, right? MIBR. Remember, Fur just kept pushing up catwalk and stuff, just time after time.
Yeah.
The only success they had was towards B. Remember, they just kept doing like mid B splits and stuff, just very simple things. I have a feeling that's because taking A is extremely difficult against MIBR.
I'm interested. Everyone seems to be doing the Avangar A smokes now. But we're seeing more and more counters to them. We're seeing more aggression around those smokes because it does. One thing it does do is telegraph your intentions when you put those smokes up, and you have to wait for that smoke to go up on the rim so you can throw the mollies and so on towards the site. Yeah. So I still want to see more. We don't even really see people spraying those smokes out in advance of people coming out of there. So I'm curious to see if that's going to happen as more and more teams keep using that. I believe the knife is live at the moment. Can we look at the knife? Can we go to the knife? Here are the odds. 2.78 for ATK on Dust 2. MIBR still a favorite, as I think they should be.
Still pretty good odds.
Yeah.
Honestly,
yeah, it's not crazy.
I feel like MIBR is a little bit of a steal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know, I used to enjoy the CS:GO lounge days, just sticking all the skins I didn't care about on matches until Valve were like, no, can't do this anymore.
Yeah, it was good times until Valve said players can't do it, but rightfully so.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Made total sense.
Right decision. Yeah. I mean, there's always, if something is abusable, it will be abused.
Yes.
So there's, it hasn't taken all my fun out of the world. So it's all good.
It's definitely a lot of fun though, like having an interest in a match, like betting. I remember like just being so like charged watching games, like rooting for teams.
Yeah. You'd have a more incentive to watch and pay more attention, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it was interesting.
Oh my god, like the surges you'd get in viewership when a game would get close to ending would be like so huge in the overtimes. Oh my god.
Back in the day too, there's all the DDoSes too, so you just get so frustrated.
We get like 150k for just like random online games between like Fnatic and Virtus Pro or whatever.
On the downside, you would have, if a team lost, they'd get mad insults. F you, F your mother, I hope all your people die and all this kind of crazy stuff. Anyway, we've got Big Jules in the mid position, ATK on the CT side trying to defend, which is never easy on Dust 2. 3v3 now as JT looks to deliver some more shots. Hasn't gone for the reload just yet. He knows that there could be a peek at any time as the bomb has to be rescued, and it is. In the meantime, OC is going to push through the long doors as the bomb makes its way up short.
Yeah, not a fan of taking Jules as a T on catwalk into towards double doors. That's a nice Jewel to take. Taco taking down one, locking down that rotation through middle. And OC needs to get everything done pretty much because it's going to take a while for Sonic to get up there towards that bomb site. And actually, that said, Fallen's on a flank, so KNG's alone on the site right now. This might be a problem because the timing's not going to work at all.
Oh my goodness.
Fallen, oh man, he's really far away. This
is brutal.
Is that bomb
There's
open?
No way. He got off the bomb?
Oh my god, it might actually work out for Fallen. Nope. OC takes him down.
How did they just win that round?
Yeah, I think a rotation like that when it's a gun round makes more sense because the rotations work slower for the other team. But here we go.
It's a hard rotation to do.
It is.
I mean, they could have done quite a few things, right? Fallen could have just like stayed elevator, and the second he shot the guy site, Kanji would swing, and they would kill the cat guy. Fallen could have jiggle peek long, and the second he fights that guy, the guy site fights the guy long. They could just double peek an angle.
OC's glove USP combo is amazing because both have contrast in the skins already. So I have to say that the pink and the blue, real bloody nice.
Definitely see it later. I wasn't paying attention.
I'll have to try and squeeze some pistol replays in there because we're unlikely to see it now, but it looked really nice, man. Real damn nice. There's the pink gloves.
Nice.
That's the skin I bought yesterday. I called it Emperor of Bardistan.
Is that where you bought it? So
Because it's called Emperor. No, I bought it. Well, I was like, because it's really expensive. The factory news, like, I want to say $170.
Oh my god.
And I was like, why is this so expensive?
So you bought it?
And people said, well, yeah. And people said, well, it's the newest red skin for the M4A4, and it's pretty clean. Some people are trying to say it's better than the Howl. I like the radiation hazard the best, to be honest.
Ooh, that was a nice skin.
Yeah, and it's not expensive at all.
No.
And if you put red and black stickers on it, it looks nuts. I put the cheapo Iber Power stickers on there. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
And yes, I still.
Isn't it expensive if you get like Minware? Like.
I think it was. I don't know if it is though. I don't even know what mine is. I'll have a look. Ah, these guys they should inspect it on the second stream, or whatever. I mean, you know what I mean. The picture-in-picture. Let's see if FACEIT can hold down this A bomb site again. They did win the pistol, but they won't win the second round. And again, for a T side, it can be better to win a second round. You get rifles from your opponent, and you put their loss bonus in the absolute bin. You invite them to force buy, which they're probably going to lose. So it's a great situation to be in.
The sick round from 4K for him. Just annihilating everyone with the AK. Oh, lovely shot there.
Man,
Who needs a creek?
MIBR just crawls around the map as T in these games. They're just bleeding out the clock. They go through 0 smokes. They just wait them all out and take aim duels. It's quite nice. Because as the favorites, like, you never want to make those stupid plays where you're like jumping through a Molotov or a smoke. And they're never doing that in these games we're watching.
ATK go for a B stack this round. I wonder if MIBR will walk into this. It's looking like they may go for a B split right now. Bombs by A long, so they're trying to fake it out, I guess, and force a rotation, and they'll go for the A split. Nice and simple. And also, you know, Taco's in the tunnels to get all the information, but he's not heard anything, I don't think. So, I wonder how this is read by MIBR. MIBR have done a lot to try to force a rotation, and there's just no movement from ATK, so they may be a little bit confused as to where ATK actually are right now.
The minimal wears £30. It's a steal.
Yeah.
That's a steal.
That's good.
That's an undercover. That's skin of the day.
Undercover skin of the day.
Get the M4A4 radiation hazard. It's the best one in my opinion.
They know how it looks like.
Great color scheme. The guys can inspect it. I know they can do it. My one looks awesome. The DreamHack Iber Power stickers. You're good to go. It makes it look a hell of a lot more expensive than it is, although all those stickers are always going up, so who knows how much they cost now. MIBR have avoided the stack. KNG is in a position where he could easily retreat. He has a few steps and he can just back off. He doesn't need to stand here and risk losing a weapon, but he'll do exactly that. Some hesitation. You've got to be decisive and not have that happen. Now they may lose more guns trying to take out that AK. Because with some 360s in the B-bomb site. Ooh, what a transfer.
That was nice.
That's not too shabby, is it? But yeah, KNG needed to fall back there. So there's my, thank you guys. So there's my, that's the M4A4 radiation hazard. That looks awesome. And it's got the Iber Power sticker spam on there as well.
My favorite ones is the bullet rain, actually, still. I like the bullet rain a lot.
Black and red's an awesome color combo. So if you can't afford a Howl, this is £30, guys, or about $36. It's a no-brainer. You're welcome. I go for the top left corner of the pharmacy sign because even if if an AWPer is in the door holding the tightest angle, they still get flashed by my one. I don't know about that one. But that's an easy flash or a counter flash if your teammates are going towards long. Just stand on the corner, top left corner of the pharmacy sign, off you go. Very nice and simple. Flash for your teammates before yourself. That's part of my issue, right, with the like education out there for CS:GO. There's too much focus on, oh, you can flash for yourself if you do this. Flash for your teammate, man. Get that pop flash in there. That's how you win.
Yeah, there's 0 flashes for a second player. Everyone wants all the glory.
Okay, 3-1. ATK got some big saves in, so now they have an AWP out. Double AWP out, like to see that. MIBR, they've been playing pretty slow so far. It'd be cool to see a faster round. Maybe we'll see some classic long takes, fast long takes, or maybe we'll see just some defaults, some slow defaults. We'll have to wait and see what pace MIBR want from this one. KNG watching the door.
They don't really have long spawn, so
Yeah, going towards tons.
Something slower.
So slow default. And honestly, if you don't know what to expect from the other team, defaults are a pretty good way to go. Pretty guaranteed, pretty safe, pretty consistent. Close molly for the door, just in case anyone's nearby. Not the one that Adren throws, though. Kind of bounces on the top right of the double doors. In the little nook. Falls into the little nook on the right.
Very
We
quiet
get an
stuff.
Xbox smoke. Man set up on catwalk. There's a peek, and oh, the burn damage gave them an inkling as to the push that was had, and that's not a good sign. They'll flash away OC, so lots of position loss, a player loss, no utility remaining either. They've invested a lot here, ATK, but they've gotten almost nothing. Well, they've gotten actually less than nothing.
Less than nothing.
They've had to give up.
Minus something.
Yeah, they've had to
They're
give
in
up
the
some
negative.
position.
38 seconds on the clock. They've got the smokes either side of B, so they can creep out further. There'll be no smoke towards the doors. It's funny how sometimes both teams want to do this for different purposes, although of course there's no utility left for the CT, save for one flashbang. JT has done way too much. Lucas and Fer will trade 3 versus 2. You see that Fer's gone very forward in the mid position, in the CT position rather. And ATK have been outmaneuvered. They've got a clean $10,000 on the 2 players remaining. And there's nothing more for them to do but try to hold on to what they have. Try to save.
Yeah, that was such a good lurk by Fur. Oftentimes, I mean, you'll never see it really when you watch a team of MIBR's caliber. But if you see that like 4-1 split, that lurker will almost never go first. They'll wait for contact in the series of 4 to draw the rotate, which is what happened to Sonic. He probably looked over to help JT, and that's when Fur came through that smoke, and he got that frag.
Another round for MIBR. Where's salvation going to be for ATK? I fear that they won't get many opportunities. It's hard to again, like this map is just so hard to get aggressive on the CT side.
It's hard.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's hard.
Yeah,
CT side is hard.
I feel like it's, for me, one of the more uninteresting maps in terms of that fact that you just on the one half of the map you just don't have options. But I also feel like it's a good map because it's really educational, because it's most easy to. If I'm gonna teach someone about how T sides work and how you force rotations and everything else, punish CT side, Dust 2 is the easiest example.
Yeah.
Quickly up that short position is Taco. There's a few plays to deal with though. The grenade exchange continues, swings wide, gets absolutely wrecked. That's a much needed rifle for ATK. In the meantime, MIBR have taken position on long, but the A-bomb site will be defended. There is an AWP lurking as well, and that is a problem. There's one for KNG, but they want to know where OC's AWP is. He can stand on these boxes to peek as well, should he want to. Still that one flashbang for ATK, and they wait. MIBR edging forward, maybe to burst. Minimal response can be had for the close smokes, as opposed to the further ones. The molly for the short position, so important to force the CTs away. And now he's out in the open.
Good shot from OC to start things off. No follow-up though, Fur takes everybody down. Now it's up to JT, just a USP, no Kevlar, nothing to work with. And it's not an easy spot, is it? I don't think it's really winnable here. JT trying to rattle off a few shots for good measure, but that'll be 5-1 for MIBR again, finding their way onto success. Their money is really out of control. It's so difficult for ATK. I mean, there's almost no frags even being had.
It's definitely not easy for them right now.
Oh dear.
I haven't really seen them just hold long and play a default though. They keep getting picked on catwalk.
Molotov on the behind the short boxes is so important for the push.
Okay, they're probably just gonna play a bit more of a standard. So, whoa, that was
Classic.
a nice little play.
Really nice from Sonic. Can they convert from that? Up deep on the catwalk, waiting for the default. Okay, now we've got a few things going well for ATK. And at this point as well, MIBR don't really have anywhere to go. They have to either force the TTs out of catwalk, or they have to try to battle through a crossfire on middle. Or go for a long take and then go into something after that. Those are the options. Into OC they go. Not much to do there. Slow bleed. Ooh, a little run boost around the corner. Oh, oh my god.
With the bomb, and it's an epic fail. That was like Super Mario Maker.
Yeah.
Super Counter-Strike Frag Maker. Jumps, goes just immediately down. Gets shot in the head.
Ooh.
What the hell?
Need some digital vibrance for that one.
I need to see that one again. I don't even understand what just happened.
He flicked to the left. We just can't really see him without digital vibrance, I think.
5-2 for MIBR. ATK back on the scoreboard. Their first round since the pistol. That's not a good sign. Flashbang towards long for KNG. A quick flick, but he can't hit the mark on this occasion. Molotov will secure position for ATK. KNG only seeing one player. In the meantime, MIBR have 3 in the B halls.
What's interesting to me is that MIBR are their pacing is so formulaic, and that's something that I would really like to see change. I feel like you're missing half of the game if you don't know how to turn up the pace.
We haven't really seen them do anything fast-paced.
Yeah.
I mean, it should open it up based on how their game is.
Yeah.
Teams are just going to sit on utility way more than they normally would, which then allows you to play super aggressively.
And there's a lot of spots where you can be pretty confident you're not going to get challenged on middle doors, and so you just get people through suicide, and then you have ultra fast timing on catwalk, and that can completely change things. Or even threaten to go for like a super fast timing in the mid doors as well. Like if the other team starts 2 on B straight away, get nades in, you'll actually have a good timing in through middle to beat the rotation.
They have 3 flashes right now at A.
Ooh, that's a solid HE.
Oh, that's way too flash.
Good flashbangs from MIBR though, coming through, able to take down OC. MOTM on the slope, can they deal with him? Floppy will give some assistance as well. Need some more nades here from MIBR, but looks like they're just going for the jewels at this point, and that's a desperate push for the bomb plant. A nice round from ATK. So we're worked out sitting back on the bomb site.
Yeah, it did.
Is that kind of more what you were looking for from them?
I think so. It would have been nicer if MOTM used his flashes in a better way. Like earlier today we saw, I don't remember who it was throwing the flashes behind himself, so that way he would like jiggle peek out and then commit for frags. Maybe that was yesterday. But it just seems like throwing them on the ground by the ledge, that's not going to blind everyone coming up catwalk. That just blinds one specific location. I think Floppy rotated and threw a good flash too, though.
MIBR's money is not amazing. They've got the AWP on KNG. Going for the short play. There's a jiggle against OC. That jiggle's not going to work out at all. They have one flash. There it goes. OC still has enough vision, and they don't make their way to the site. KNG just trying to do damage to the economy, maybe play for the save.
That's a long save.
It's interesting because I feel like it's kind of a cool round in terms of going up cat, trying to play for the bomb plant. But I feel like if they had another like flash and another smoke to try to like really just at least get the bomb down, KNG might have been able to get like a lot more kills out of the round, even if they still would lose it.
Looks like his sticker says King, which I'm sure is deliberate, but it looks pretty cool.
It does.
Gonna have to look up some KNG stickers. I need more AWPs. I've covered all my weapons in stickers where appropriate. So I need a circ cannon, a KNG cannon. My Asimov is my Kenny S cannon.
What's the other sticker? Like gold.
I can't really tell. I can't even tell what is that, an E-League sticker maybe?
RPK should get the King sticker as well.
Or maybe
The RP King.
an Immortals. I don't know, I can't tell. Well, that is a long save indeed. He will not be hunted.
Yep.
And it's a third round in a row for ATK, so perhaps there is a chance. Are we hopeful at this point? Are we hopeful?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, CT side Dust 2 has proven to be really hard lately, so they built up a nice little economy, which has been a huge issue when we watch these Dust 2 matches. So, I mean, by no means are they out of this match. They're in a good spot.
By no means.
I think MIBR struggled for not changing the pace, which you can see they're doing now, but is it too late? We'll figure it out. Sonic will be flashed off, so make their way up Catwalk really quickly, and there is nobody really on A except for OC with the AWP, so if they have a flash or two for him, if they want to cross quickly, that is a possibility, but it's just sitting on the default right now. Fallen trying to get some information. You've got to be so careful. If he goes down for free, that's going to be a really big issue, but looks like the smoke's going to go away very shortly. And MIBR still waiting to make a move. ATK have long control still, so they're pretty comfortable.
Flashbangs they can swing with. And OC is going to have a shooting gallery. I think if you get the flash, if you throw the flash towards elevator, it's so much stronger, because the high flashes won't keep the sniper blind for too long. But the one thrown on the side, like the old Dust 2 executes used to have those. The new ones not so much, but they're so useful to flash people off that car position. The old smoke people used to put near that car area.
Oh, that's
Oh, no. OC has a molly as well, so where is OC? Oh, he's a bit too far away to molly the site. This doesn't look good for MIBR right now.
Fur's in lower tunnel, so he has a play to make. Does he flank the mid position? Might be the smartest idea. Lucas deleting with the Krieg, and there's a flank from Fur. Everything turns around real quickly. Timing of Fur is perfect, and MIBR clean up pretty brutally.
Great 2K from Lucas. That really helped to seal the deal there. Honestly, it didn't look like MIBR were in a super good spot, but they slowed it down. And ATK had the two players in spawn, and because they MIBR didn't plant immediately, it looked like they were just holding their ground because they weren't sure if it was a committed play, and they didn't have any control towards Catwalk. So that seemed to be enough for MIBR to get favorable engagements.
Pop flash from Lucas.
MIBR is definitely picking up the pace right now.
Yeah.
KNG's already up Cat alone than AWP.
Yeah, everything changes. KNG targeting, running distraction. They don't have long or short. They're in a whole lot of trouble trying to boost back onto the site, maybe trying to force the issue on short. That Molotov may give them some breathing room. KNG taken out. He was a player on short. That can give them some confidence. Flashbang for MOTM. He's on fire, delivering a kill. There's the bomb. Needs more help from his teammates, though. No more flashbangs remaining. Only HE's, Molotovs, and a smoke. Those smokes will create some space for him to have a look towards long. He's got cover. Spots one player high in Goose position. Bombs down again. 2 versus 2. 1 minute on the clock. They can boost around this. Spotted one player creeping by Car through the windows. In the head for Fur. Now it's 1v1. 11 HP for Taco. Variants from the smoke grenade. Sonic with the pistol out, and they will come out on top just about ATK. Another round in the bag. 5 from the last 4.
That was really impressive by MOTM to
Yeah,
stay alive.
was
He
sick.
obviously was calming with his teammate in a really good fashion, because that flashbang was really nice. Danced around the smoke. I can't believe he got that second kill like Goose.
Yeah,
It was a nice play by him.
he played so well in that spot. I wondered what and how he's gonna buy time. And that really looked like it should have been an MIBR round, but he was pivotal for sure. DPHE will catch a few players. They're going to go through after the Molotov phase. And this looks like it will be an easy cleanup for ATK. JT doing all the damage. Oh. Almost. Yes. One's still alive. He's going to have some firepower here to pick up potentially. Oh, actually, maybe not. It's a UMP. Anything good on the floor?
I don't believe there is.
Might have to just deagle his way through to the clutch. It's really awkward because I think, you know, you don't want to plant here. You got to wait.
They have 2 mollies and he has 12 HP.
He has to wait a long time. I wonder how long do you wait here? Till 30 seconds? Till 10 seconds? Or what? Oh my god. Oh, I feel like that there's a one where that goes so badly.
Yeah. Remember yesterday we saw a very similar scenario?
Yeah, it was practically the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the other side.
Window of opportunity comes and then is swiftly closed, shut on the fingers of MIBR. 6-6, the score is still close. ATK keep winning rounds. They're threatening to take the lead now. One CT crosses, and there goes another one as Scout is announced. There are pistols around the Scout, and there is nothing in terms of utility whatsoever for MIBR. Not even a decoy.
ATK are going to go into the second half with a really good amount of rounds.
Yeah, it's so weird. I mean, don't you feel like MIBR does a lot of things really well, and then
Some things really
how
not
did
well.
they find themselves in a game where they're going to be down 6-7 on a T-favored map?
Yeah, I think it's... For me, I just feel like they didn't abuse pacing nearly enough when they had momentum. It seemed like when they had momentum, they were like, okay, we'll have to hold this fort actually because they may actually win this round.
Looks like they are going to win this. Yeah.
They have a good shot, that's for sure. JT coming in from below, looking for an engagement, but his position's been given up by the tagging and the Molotov. That's key information for MIBR.
Sonic's gone. JT's got $50 in the bank and nothing carried into the next round. MIBR cleaning house. That's a turnaround. Considering what they started that round with, it gets more unusual.
Look what that does to the game now. That's so crazy.
Stranger than fiction.
Yeah. Totally changes the complexion of this half, right? Now it's going to look like ATK lost this half just because of that one round.
What a wild turnaround. A role reversal. Nothing brought whatsoever from ATK. Love the discipline. After all those round successes, the loss bonus is minimal, so they won't waste money trying to do bits and bobs in this, especially in the second and last round of the first half. They could have fought for 2, they'll fight for 1, for the most part, with their money at least. This will be the poverty round. A triple peak lined up on the short position, but they're lining up for a HE as well.
Some damage has been done. Kind of going back to the point before, it did feel like, you know, MIBR, they just tried to go slow until it didn't work, as opposed to mixing up what they were doing, which gave ATK lots of time to create adaptation. Nice by Sonic, at least they get a couple kills. So then, MIBR with a really good shot at the 9th round. Still though, this is Dust 2. ATK 6 rounds on CT side, that's really legit. Especially if the T pistol goes to them. Like, I feel like they're gonna be ahead, you know, really ahead.
I don't know, I feel like KNG and Fallen and Fur on Dust 2. I like the combo. Do CT side Dust 2, that's a good trio to have.
Spray continuation from Sonic. Catches KNG in an awkward spot, but can be solved. Off he goes. Well, ATK may be able to turn things around here in this last round of the first half, and this has been quite a back and forth. 6 rounds, more than you could have probably expected at this point. Although, who knows, they could have finished with 9 had certain things gone their way, but here we are. Sonic punctured on the B bomb site. JT with a lot to do, repositioning trying to avoid the pre-fire. There's a flashbang support for MOTM, and they're stuck in a choke point MIBR. And Taco's been left with 34 HP, 1 versus 2. He has a minute on the clock. He's got utility to cross. Oh, he's really trying to go for it. The round win, not going to happen though. And ATK make it to 7 at halftime. That'll have to do for now. Who takes an early lead in the second half? Find out after the break. Hello there. ATK moved to the T side. They got a lot of rounds on their CT side.
Yeah,
Again,
after a very poor start too.
Yeah, I feel like there are... It's almost like a choose-your-own adventure. There's a very different path that this could have gone on. But here we are. It's close. And they still got some nice odds. Of course, MIBR have to be a favourite, but I don't know. I'm coming into this with an open mind. ATK moving towards the A bomb site. There is a flank, but there's a flank on the flank. MOTM requires only the one bullet, especially from that range. USP's being collected now by MO2M. No P250s for ATK.
That head stack.
Let's see.
They got off of it.
Taco creeping in a short position. You can shoot through the windows. I'm not sure how much penetration you can get with the USP, but always one thing to be reminded of for those of you at home. Lucas and Fallen delivering some headshots. Fallen has a kit, and the numbers are dwindling for ATK. JT trying to hide in plain sight, and maybe they've done enough. KNG rotating the kits in front of him, but he won't get closer to it. 8 to 8, pair of 8s. ATK have taken a pistol. Both pistols now. That's worth mentioning.
Both pistols. We're gonna see the scalp eye coming out of MIBR. They feeling it?
Do it. Do it.
Thinking about it.
Do it. Here it-
Nope.
Oh, yes.
Oh, we're gonna
Yes.
see it. Yes, 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 yes.
I knew it would come in. We knew it. We got what we deserve.
Yes.
But who's going to get what they deserve on the server? And what do they deserve? And who decides that?
Yeah, who does decide that?
It's all about imposing your will. It's like a virtual UFC.
Oh,
We are John McCarthy.
Fallen missed that one. Actually hit it. Nice shot by Fur. That takes down one. But the bomb will move towards B for Shores. We got the B. We got the bomb in the B tunnels. Maybe moving to B. We'll see. As OC makes his way to the tunnels, and he will join his comrades. Now KNG has replaced Fallen. Maybe he can do what Fallen could not, and that is connect some scoutage towards those oncoming ATK players.
Oh, I'm scared for them.
Everybody's going towards B, including all the CTs.
I'm so scared for them.
KNG! There's a tag. Do they have anything to throw at him?
Ooh. Oh.
Another tag. Another tag. Is that too many tags?
Stings, man. It's like a 10 falling off your bike. Got a graze on your knee and you're crying.
Fur hears them running. Fur hears all of them running. Oh my god. Okay. Damage is being done. Fur is speeding.
Right behind
the AK as well. Oh no, it's all gone wrong again for ATK. They won the pistol last half, but they also lost the follow-up round. Is it going to happen here? Floppy's got 30 seconds, and Fur is playing it smart. He's not trying to commit. Now there's a huge issue for Floppy because he knows that both bomb sites are covered.
Spawn to A. Spawn to B.
And there's a rotation from Fur. He knows his timings. Floppy, in he comes. Going to be more exposed, and Fur's done it. What a round from Fur. He started off at long. I mean, it's KNG really, like just how tense it is when you got that one guy going whack-a-mole mode.
Remember before they put the slowdown thing for crouching? You just like bob up and down like super quick.
Yes.
And glitch the hitbox.
Yeah, you glitch the hitbox and they can't see. That was really nuts.
Good times.
Someone's PC has crashed. Therefore, there will be a slight delay. Man, there was an era of Windows PCs where they just decided to force critical updates. You'd be in, even if you're in the game, your computer would shut down and just start restarting.
What was the Windows update? Like around 7. It was like after XP, before 7.
Vista? Oh, before 7?
Vista, yeah, I think Vista. Vista was pretty trash, right? No one
People didn't like Vista.
Yeah.
It was alright for me. I didn't have any issues with it, to be honest, but people were hating on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, my issue is that they change things. Like if you go to Control Panel, for example,
yeah,
every OS update is different. Things are just moved into different places. It's like, it was fine where it was before. It was simplified. You've complicated it. Before you open Control Panel and each thing was there. Administrative tools are right there, and now they've put that inside something else, and everything is inside something else and moved around. It's like, what was wrong with where it was before?
That's really funny. Like you have like a way of organizing your home.
Yeah.
You come back one day and someone just like moved everything. It's like, oh, it goes here now.
And then they took out our MS Paint.
Yeah.
Oh no.
They tried to. They tried to and they failed. There was a rebellion.
Why would you even try to remove MS Paint?
Because you're not in tune with the public. You don't know what they want, man. You want a crappy Illustrator with the most basic tools. People do amazing things in that. It's culture.
It's historic.
It's part of the culture. When you have an operating system which dominates the world, part of it can become part of culture, like Solitaire, MS Paint.
True. Or when you pre-install Mixer.
Okay.
Soon.
Oh really?
No, maybe. I mean, Microsoft owns Mixer. Could be a possibility in the future.
There was that time we had to turn off the Xbox Live DVR so we didn't get FPS lag in Counter-Strike.
Yeah,
that was the thing.
That's
turned
so
on by
annoying.
default. Yeah.
It's actually part of the reason why I didn't. I'm still on Windows 7. Don't judge me.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Windows 7 is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is I don't even know what the current. What is the current one?
10?
10. Yeah.
I can't even remember what operating system.
We're all using 10.
I can't remember what I'm using on Apple.
XP
either.
was really good.
I have like 5
XP.
Apple machines, and I don't remember. Is it Mountain Lion or like Calabasas or something? I swear that the new one's named after where Kanye lives or something.
What?
What is it called? I don't know. The new or whatever.
Dude, XP
Look,
was
basically
also...
I don't know which operating system I'm using on either Mac or Windows. I have two Windows PCs. I have 5 Macs.
You have 5 Macs?
Yeah.
They make all of their own stuff, right? That goes inside of it? Like they make every component?
No, they don't.
Or who sells... can you buy those components independently? like from other places?
I mean, some of them.
Yeah, I've just never seen a market for them.
Yeah, I don't think you can mod them.
Well,
or,
they're
like,
made by
upgrade them,
companies
right?
to order for them,
Yeah.
but they're not made by them.
Okay.
Companies like Qualcomm and stuff. Certain Chinese companies. So I have a Mac Pro. I have a Mac Mini. I have a 17-inch MacBook Pro. I
Why
have
so
the
many
newer one with the
Macs?
touch bar. Because I use them for productions.
Okay.
I used to, it was like a gradual elevation when I used to do dream hacks for fighting game community. Started on the 17-inch, went to the Mac Mini, then went to the Mac Pro maybe. And there was another one in there, I can't remember what it is.
You know what I feel like you need a Mac for?
What?
If you're like gonna go get coffee at Starbucks.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah,
You
just
can't have a normal
complete the look,
laptop. You can't just
complete
pull
the
up with a
look.
gaming laptop. You know.
The Mac Pro is amazing. I use it for my video editing now. When I'm at home anyway. I don't dare bring it here in case it gets confiscated by Homeland Security. 8 to 9. ATK have a mixed bag. Maybe mixed emotions as well, being a map down at the moment. There's a me THE grenade. JT is wondering where his legs have gone. And there may be worse to come.
Whoa.
KNG certainly will be. There's so many options here for ATK because they don't have long, so going back to middle is an option, but the issue is that Fur is watching for that, so maybe they feel pigeonholed into this A-bomb site attack, but they can still make it work. They've got a good number of players still alive. Fallen with the scout close range, not going to work out whatsoever. The Deagle comes in a big way for ATK as the assault is not going to work out quite as well as they would have hoped, but they do get the bomb down. They still maintain that additional man to the advantage against MIBR. Oh wow, the MP9 jumping accuracy, so sick.
It's so good.
So good. Not enough people abuse it. There's a boost. Oh, okay, not really working out for Fur, is it?
Oh wow, he just got blasted from everywhere. Absolutely blasted. 9 to 9. Back and forth we go. They continue to trade rounds and probably will see more force buys. Not a too shabby one deeg. Oh, that's quite nice. Round of the one deegs with a CZ cameo.
Except CZ. I would like to mess around with the 5.7 every so often, but like I really am satisfied by using a CZ because you just shoot it like a rifle when you're just bursting 2 bullets.
Yeah,
it's just really satisfying.
It's hard to argue with the free 1 kill.
Yeah.
It feels like 1 kill is free when you have it. It's easy.
Yeah, I have it equipped on the T side. I'm just not messing with the Tech 9 whatsoever. There's the odd person that does. I do wonder if Alu still has the revolver equipped.
No.
Revolver's legit.
It is actually pretty nuts.
I actually think it could be viable if someone just like actually practiced with it.
That's what's interesting at the moment in terms of the new weapons that have been introduced. They all have some kind of gimmick in the way they fire.
Yeah.
Like the wind up revolver, the CZ, basically FAMAS.
The problem is, Sean, is that you have to unequip the Deagle.
I mean,
That's a
there's
huge
a lot
problem.
of players that don't like the Deagle though.
What?
Yeah.
Who doesn't like the Deagle?
What's crazy about the R8 is that it's like a scout. Like you can literally hit someone for like, I don't even know, like 70, 80 damage, I feel like.
Yeah.
When it first came out, it had AWP bullets.
What?
Yeah. That changed. That was the most hilarious
You
thing.
don't remember that, Sean?
I do. So I think what happened was like I was traveling to an event as like an analyst or something. Maybe that was like the major or something. I don't know. I couldn't play CS for a little bit, and that was when the R8 was just ridiculous. Like that, those few days that I couldn't play CS.
It was hilarious when it came out. Just running up Inferno, people could be at the car, just one shot them in the chest. It was hilarious. You knew it was going to be nerfed very quickly, so you just... what was crazy though is what they nerfed every other weapon.
Yeah.
In the class.
All the other pistols.
They made everything crap to encourage people to use it. But it was a broken gun. It was broken. It's like you didn't need to nerf anything. You could have buffed them all and it still would have been amazing.
It actually was the best gun in the game when they, basically, because it was an AWP. It's an AWP and a pistol.
Yeah, it has the wind up was an issue, but you know when you're playing like it was a problem. It was a giant problem. Put it that way.
It is funny because at the time as well, because the Tech 9 was broken, and they changed every pistol. So like they they made all the pistols, the moving accuracy, significantly worse. So that you know, that was like the meta of it, running in with Tech 9s, where everyone had Tech 9s because they were so accurate. You could just spam them. And so they fixed that. They made every other pistol a bit worse as well. And so then the pistols were in like a super good spot, except the revolver. Then everyone complained about the revolver, and then they just rolled back everything. So the pistols, the Tech 9 became broken again. It was really frustrating. That was really frustrating. I am so happy when I see the Tech 9 stuff anymore. I hated that so much.
Yeah. Tech 9, that major, like Olaf just had 1 trillion Tech 9 kills.
Yeah. It just didn't,
A bit much.
like you'd watch people using it and you're like, there's nothing to this, because you just aim.
Spamming.
You run and just hold your crosshair on the model, just spam it, and you just kill them.
Yeah.
Very reliably.
That was a really frustrating time at CSGO.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how it was as an IGL. Nice.
One and
Spiteful.
done. Ooh, above the head, the crouch peek certainly helped JT in that situation. OTM may have got behind enemy lines here. I don't think Lucas is going to check this position. He won't. Lucas jumping into a bit while the smoke is up. In the meantime, there's a charge on the A bomb site. Fur is deleted, as is KNG. And Taco remains in B halls.
Right, so it's like safe territory for Taco. I don't think there's much he can do. Gets the AK at least. ATK looking like they are setting up pretty well here, getting some momentum on the board. And MIBR are subject to what ATK was subject to. Just a situation where it's hard to really find initiative early on as a CT side.
Yeah, very interesting game. ATK winning both pistols, losing both second rounds. I mean, like, they're definitely the better team on the gun rounds that we've seen. Because when you lose those second rounds, those are very hard to come back from. In this half, obviously they immediately traded back rounds, but the end of that first half, and now they've stabilized T side. It's not looking good for MIBR.
It really isn't. It's looking like they may lose if they can't find a way to muster some success. And I feel like, you know, you think the double ops will really go so far for them. We got the likes of Fallen and KNG. They're so strong, but ATK have been playing pretty well. We're going to see a fast timing from them here. Down suicide perhaps. There goes one of them. And that will be JT making his way. Actually just holding position with the Krieg for a moment to see if he can catch someone coming through the doors.
Ooh, that is quite the change. That's for map 3. Let's see how map 2 goes. Taco gets popped. That's the rifle gone. He had to make a play with it. Need your team alive to collect things. More shrapnel cannons if you get a pick, and now the rifle has been lost. You can see Sonic moving away from the tunnel. Start to wonder if ATK are going to be able to close out Dust 2 at this point. But we've seen it before with plenty of teams when their opponent gets close to the edge. They suddenly find that extra gear and bring things back. The extra nudge. That's quite the pick from Fur, but it's a small highlight in a round full of lowlights before play starting with pistols.
Every time I see Lucas with a Deeg, I just think of the Kyoto clip. You remember that?
I don't know by its name.
There's like one more.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Really?
I don't know. My memory is awful, to be honest with you.
How awful are we talking?
You know how awful it is.
I do, but he doesn't.
Very awful. It's terrible.
It's like one day, you know, you had the archives, then some hooligans went in there, just put some Molotovs around the all the precious, valuable knowledge, and now you're just left with bits and pieces about watches,
Crumbs.
scuba. You got
Yeah.
so the random books
Just filling voids with
survived the fire.
with watches, drones, shoes, more watches, more drones. Got some drone parts coming tomorrow. Fix my Frankenstein drone. It will finally fly.
Look at this timing down middle. Look how fast that is. Straight through the doors.
Oh
Love
my.
it. Love this.
Oh my.
Look how strong this timing is. It's what we wanted to see.
One player in B.
Oh man, Taco, he's going to get annihilated. I love it when teams do this. It's just so strong. But looking to defend here, taken down by JT. Just nobody from MIBR was ready here. This is the kind of stuff you can do on a T side of Dust 2 that can really just auto-win a round. Man, it's so frustrating when you lose like this because it's just two openings. It's just there's two openings and one opening is just better.
It's really a... We used to run something similar on Cloud9, but it's made even stronger the way this Dust 2 works because the CTs always throw that smoke to cross, which means dropping in Speedway is super safe in the current meta. And just running in a straight line and having your opper protect you. And then also you can then use that smoke during the mid-B split. So it's just such a strong, quick strat to catch off the rotator. And they caught him, but I mean, he ended up living in the in the box corner, but they could have potentially gotten that kill before getting Taco.
It is so good. That was kind of the... I wanted to see that or either the fast cat plays from MIBR, which they did eventually do, but it took them losing a big streak of rounds first.
ATK are 2 rounds away from a third map.
They are.
They're in a strong position. That was a great timing to... You speak about timing, Stan. That was a great timing late in the game to absolutely ruin that round for MIBR, but not necessarily MIBR themselves. They have a good buy. KNG with an opening frag. They've changed their get up and they get a pick through those middle doors, but it's quickly revenged for getting taken out. Minute 35, 4 versus 4. Things get even harder for the CT side. Does this invite them to try a flank somewhere? You can see short has been taken. There's interest in long from Floppy. JT keeping the CTs honest towards the B bomb site, but Sonic just walks to his death.
I don't really understand that.
Maybe they... I don't know.
Like with a lurk smoke or something, it could be pretty sick, but yeah, just goes for it.
Trying to figure out if they thought maybe somebody was in CT because of the play they made last time. If it'll be long and CT for the CTs around the A bomb site. It was a guess that went wrong, but they can still go right for ATK if they can deliver on the A bomb, B bomb site. But Taco's done a great job leaving it 1 versus 2. Floppy has much to do. Picks up the AWP. Where will he choose to peek?
Ooh, almost gets the catch there. That would have been enormous. But you're right, Taco did such a good job there to get to. Puts Floppy in such a desperate position. Now, if MIBR have good communication here, they should be able to deal with this fairly well. No utility really except a single flash. Bang! And Lucas finds the angle around the side, and that's it. The pinch works, and the round goes to MIBR. But ATK were not without some good spots here. They get that 4v4 at the beginning of the round. MIBR with the adjustment, with some presence in mid, but they were unable to really make it work.
Yeah, I think if Sonic didn't walk off Cat and give them that frag, just having that extra player there to hold rotations would have been huge. It would have made that 2-on-2 so winnable. But Floppy, he had to take a risk, so he just ignored tunnels, which obviously just didn't work out for him.
You can see KNG trying to keep them more honest towards those mid peaks with the orb. And ATK not going for those super fast timings anymore. They're having to adjust. And a very default setup here from MIBR with limited mid presence, which is totally fine. Right now, obviously, we can see ATK have not got anything going towards middle just yet. They haven't really set up on Catwalk either, so Fallen is likely waiting to get some kind of noise to see, okay, are they running a default? What's going on? So now here comes the Cat take it around the usual timing. And this is the next bit of information for MIBR. So Molly. It's a flash. Nice timing from Fallen. There's a drop. Back to safety.
Smoke to create some space. Instant response from MIBR. This time, though, to avoid this and try to make something happen.
Ooh.
Lucas in a very forward position. Point of no return. Definitely can be seen, but if distraction's being run by Fallen first, then who knows? But he moves back to a place more reasonable. Lucas has one flashback again. I'm not really seeing the palm tree flash in use. Up he goes again. So is he using an angle to spray
Yeah,
past
he's
the
looking
smoke.
for this angle.
Oh, the flashbang is absolutely perfect. Sonic, his timing is spot on. 13 seconds though to plant the bomb, and Fallen falls to the flames. They're in the right place finally. Yesterday they weren't, but here they are. Bomb is planted, and now ATK have great position. Taco's got to find his kill, but he hasn't spotted him just yet. Now he has, and MOTM's going to get taken out. Swinging wide now, they're lining up for him. And then there was just KNG, 1 versus 1. Does he go for the jump? He's spotted. Going for some Kukli, but he might need assistance for that. Oh, he's so fast, KNG. Keeps his team in the game, keeps ATK off of game point, and the catch-up continues.
What a great round for ATK, ATK as well.
Yeah, that was a huge turnaround by ATK. It didn't seem like, you know, they were going to have a chance. MIBR kept mauling them back. They were so ready for that hit. But strong molly take on the ramp. That's what we were, you know, we were talking about that yesterday. I can't remember which opper it was that was just able to rattle off shots. And we were saying that a ramp molly was missing.
We did 4 best of 3s yesterday, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's all a blur.
Our ramp molly was missing. Yeah, that happened twice.
Yeah.
In different dust 2s between today and yesterday. Yesterday and today. JT makes his way out to long very quickly indeed. Pops Lucas immediately, cannot get to the ramp. Another early 5 versus 4 in favor of ATK, and surely there are sound cues here for MOTM now. Does he let him run wild? Does he take him out and go towards the B bomb site? They've taken long in the meantime, so even if B is free, how do they get there? OC's made his way over with the AWP. This won't be the simplest of shots, or maybe it will be for OC. Now does the rotation begin? You can see a push down short from MIBR. At this point, 3 versus 5. Surely it's a safe situation. They're spreading out, trying to hold on to the round, trying to keep ATK off of the game point, but they could lose everything in this round. KNG blind, still alive here with 16 HP, but what does he do now? He's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Could be sprayed if he leaves that smoke. ATK make their way in towards the B bomb site. Bomb will soon be planted, but surely this is a save for MIBR.
If they can save the guns, again, you know, as you say, like KNG really in a bad spot, and recruiting a teammate to help him survive. KNG gets the trade. They need to keep the 2 ops. They must. He's got to take some gambles here to get to safety. And there it is, sprinting over towards long, where Fallen's set up camp for now.
Yeah, I like the aggression from Taco, but maybe a little bit too bold to just immediately run through that early into the round. Like, that was so quick into the round that if they were running a default, which they were, I mean, there's definitely a guy in lower B at that point.
What a turning point it would have been if that would have been a successful just walk through. That's I mean, maybe nothing, but it could have been pretty devastating. So MIBR, they need to force overtime if they want to stay in this one, and 4 rounds in a row is required for that reality. So we have the double ops, which they kept, a Deagle, a FAMAS, and an MP9. Some good amount of utility behind it.
Boost.
And the cat boost comes in as well.
Now, how slow do ATK go? You have to know to expect something funky. KNG looking for the suicide jump. OC seems to be aware that he could be looked for. But now what does he do? How does he deal with first position? Still got players to come in the lower tunnel though, and KNG will be caught and taken away. Fur lucky to stay alive now with 16 HP, and there's a poke and a prod into the B bomb site. Taco will deal with the first player with the MP9. Switches out for the AK-47 now. What is the mid to late round call here for ATK? Because things are becoming expensive for them. They're a man down now, and they have no position towards A or B.
I was almost worried for MIBR. They stayed out so long with the AWP that could have been a game or round changing moment, but they've managed to find a way back to an advantage. Deep pop flash for long control. Some good information. Now either ATK are on catwalk or they're looking to set up into B right now, as far as MIBR are concerned.
Ooh, I think we're going to get to see this A execute again.
Like I've seen that no one's in B halls, but is it all too late? FAMAS and a Deagle to try and hold down the A bomb site. The rotation will not come in fast enough. 30 seconds, and there goes Fur and Lucas. They're against game point here, MIBR, and they're 2 versus 3 now. Taco with the AK. Fallen with the AWP versus 3. Position unknown, but does JT delete him immediately? He doesn't. Where are the other two players? How do you avoid getting trade frag? There's no idea where the other Krieg is out, and they will finish off the job, ATK, and take it to a third map of Vertigo. 16-11 over MIBR.
Yeah, very well played indeed by ATK. There's a lot of really good moments of Counter-Strike there from them. Much better than Overpass, I would say. I think MIBR, you could argue that they squandered some positions they had on that T side and the momentum that they were running with. And ATK just... I think what most impressed me was one of those more recent rounds where they sort of just play that really slow set piece into that A-bomb site. And that showed me like a level of discipline but confidence in the plan that is encouraging.
Yeah, I think just the fact that they were able to bounce back from this 5-1 deficit on CT side Dust 2. We've seen so many teams struggle on CT side Dust 2, and MIBR has good fundamentals. You know, they weren't doing anything terribly wrong. This was just ATK bringing it back in, and then getting ecoed in the second half, and again bouncing back again. So they showed a lot of resilience this game. That's super impressive for a young team.
It is indeed. They really ground out that result versus MIBR and Dust 2. Again, very back and forth, but they kept things stable despite how you were in control, you lost control, in control, lost control. That's how the first half felt, but moving into Vertigo, who knows who is in control, but we'll find out who takes an early lead on Vertigo after this break. We'll see you soon.